This is going to be their version of the Doomsday trailer. This is what we're getting. It's going to be WWE's version
Yeah.
of the Doomsday trailer. It's going to give us a taste of what's to
Welcome
come.
to the Brothers of Destruction podcast, where we break down all the latest WWE action. From epic rivalries to shocking twists, we've got the full breakdown.
Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Destruction podcast with yours truly, PrimeTime, my boy Flace. We're going to get into it. We've been away for a week. We've been catching up with the family, all of us together. But we're back now. We're going to check up on Raw, do a review. We're going to look at the match that has been made for Sunday night's main event. Titans clash with each other. We had pretty much a classic match on Raw happened recently as well. This past Monday, we're going to look at who might take the title from Liv Morgan. We're going to look at Lyra Valkyria and highlight her for a bit. And also, we are going to discuss a big segment involving the Bloodline and a potential new big, massive babyface. But before we get into that, guys, just a reminder, like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Check out our channel, show your support, make your comments, give us any feedback, engage with us. And yeah, bro, how we doing tonight, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm blessed. Looking forward to the show actually because a lot happened on Raw. There was a couple of good matches. We had good segments. It was a good episode of Raw. I'm looking forward to this episode. There's a lot to chew into.
Yeah, very solid episode of Raw. Very solid. So a lot of storyline progression in there as well, and a lot of what's going to happen next week on Raw, stemming from the main event, which is what we always want. We always want a cliffhanger of what's going to happen next week. We always want that.
Yeah, of course.
We always want that. Yeah. So obviously, guys mentioned we've not been on for a week. Bro and the family came up to where I am in Preston. Some of you lot don't know, it's near Manchester. If some of you lot don't know, it's a place in England that's not London. But yeah, they all came up. I had a couple matches on the Saturday. They
How did
came
they
up for the
go?
weekend, watch the matches.
How did
What's
they?
that?
How did your matches go?
Oh, great matches. Minus the results, but
That's
as we all
what
know,
I was waiting for.
as we all know, results don't matter. But no, it's good time. Good time we spent all with each other, bit of family time. So that's why we've been away, guys. But
You're 0-3. You're 0-3 when I come up to see you.
0-3. Let's see if we can make that 1-3 for the title match in October that I got at PCW.
That'll be nice because right now you've got an unwanted streak.
Got that on one streak. Could be 0-4 or it could be 1-3. And it could involve winning the title as well, which,
Yeah. That one, yeah. Jokes aside, I want you to win that big time. Of course, you deserve it.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you've put your arse into this. You've put everything into this. You've worked extremely hard. And jokes aside, yeah, your performance at the weekend in both matches, I thought was a very high level. Yeah, two good matches, particularly your first match. I thought you could see you two are both standout stars on that card. Obviously, the result didn't go your way, but yeah,
George Hunter.
Yeah, big up to George Hunter. Yeah, wicked performance. Extremely athletic.
And
there were some wicked moves in there. I thought you told a brilliant story in that one. Yeah, both matches were good, but my favorite was the first one. I thought that was excellent. But big up to both.
Shout out George Hunter and Isaac North. And yeah, appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Two great guys I was in the ring with. And yeah, October 24th title match. Looking forward to it. We'll see what happens. But before we dilly-dally about with that, guys, we'll get onto Raw now. So we have to get into it because big moment that's happened and a big match has been made official for Sunday night's main event and kind of always been a bit hit and miss. But I think this one, stemming from SmackDown as well, we've got Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes announced for it. But now for Sunday night's main event, we've also got now Braun Breaker and Obafemi.
Listen, that's gonna.
So you got two.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say you got two main eventers there. You got the top guys there, and then you've got two guys considered the future, all on that same card. This card is stacked just from them two matches alone. And Obafemi and Bron Breakker were getting quite early as well, earlier than expected.
A lot earlier, unless there's a swerve. There's a part of me that's thinking, is this a swerve? Something going to happen beforehand? I don't know. It just seems a bit odd that we're going to get this match. Not the fact it's so early, but on Sunday night's main event. You would have thought they would have held it on a significant pay-per-view. But I don't know. Let's see. I don't think there's going to be a clean finish either way. Do you know what? As I say that, I don't even know if it's going to actually happen. If it does happen, I don't think we're going to get a clean finish. Put it that way. If it happens, someone's going to be a little teaser for what we're going to see probably at some point next year.
Definitely, yeah. This is a big monumental match here, so
it is. And to have it on Sunday night's main event, no disrespect to that event, but it's not the sort of event you would have thought would have this caliber of match. The significance of this is huge.
Yeah.
So again,
it's not even Saturday night's main event, is it? It's Sunday night's main event. So it's not even like the usual event.
That's what I'm saying. So look, I do have my doubts whether it's going to happen. I think there could possibly be a swerve somewhere. But if it does, I don't think we're going to get a clean finish. I think it's almost going to be like a little teaser for us. They're going to drip feed us what's to come.
Yeah. I mean, as you say, I think maybe they're looking at, there's no pay-per-views or PLEs up till Money in the Bank now. So I think there is the case of they want to do this match now. Has to be on Sunday night's main event. I think it probably elevates the Saturday night, Sunday night's main event thing a bit more.
It does, but even as you said, I thought if this was signed for Money in the Bank, I would have more faith it was going to happen, because that's a significant event. After your SummerSlams, your Manias, your Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, I'd say Money in the Bank is now arguably the next biggest event. I don't know, it's only made.
I'd say it's probably on par with Survivor Series now in some ways.
It could be. The significance of it could be on par.
Yeah.
So
it's been around 16 years, bear in mind, which is a long time.
Not that long. See, in my mind, Money in the Bank's still a new, because I've been watching wrestling now for 30 years. So Money in the Bank's still quite new, quite fresh. But it's 16 years. If it was signed for Money in the Bank, it would have had that bit more build-up. It's still got a good build-up with Sunday night's main event, but Money in the Bank, there'd have been that bit more build-up.
Yeah,
which
pretty short.
Would give more hype around it being given that big match feel. I think the bigger the build-up, the more you get that big match feel. And I think when they're giving it that, it's on a huge, significant pay-per-view. And I would have had more faith that it was going to happen if it was Money in the Bank. Because it's Sunday's main event, I do have my doubts. Like I said, even if it does happen, and I do hope it does, but if it does happen, I think it's just going to be more of them sort of, it's going to be a teaser. It's going to be a trailer.
I think
a trailer. It's going to be like almost like a trailer.
I think the fact it's happening right now, I think they will have a rematch. Not too long distant future, but I think it could be like even next year they have the rematch. I'm thinking with this match, maybe the Vision get involved and they accidentally cost Bron Breakker the match, something like that. And maybe that could be the thing where you start seeing more of the cracks in the Vision, or Bron Breakker ends up leaving, or maybe a Bronson Reed gets involved as well.
I was going to say that. As you said that, Bronson Reed came to mind. I thought, actually, he must be due his return now. What about Bronson Reed gets involved? And he does get...
He's training hard in the gym. He's looking in great shape.
And like I said, he's my dark horse to be a champion in the future. I do like Bronson Reed. But maybe he interferes and Bron takes the win. That would be a turn-up.
Maybe. That could be a shock, it would. I don't think it'd slow Obafemi's momentum too much if he loses by interference. If he ends up feuding with Bronson Reed and beats him in their feud, and then he goes back, him and Bron Breakker run it back at some point, whether next year or the year after, whatever, but he maybe beats Bronson Reed in a feud. Because even that match, Obafemi and Bronson Reed, that'd be a banger. That'd be just meat fest.
Yeah, it would be.
You know what I mean?
And listen, I think Oba Bron now, because they're giving us this teaser, I don't think it's going to wait to the year after next. Now, I think it's definitely going to happen next year properly.
Yeah.
Like I said, this one I don't think we're going to have a proper one-on-one. Let's see who the better man is, etc. But next,
you have to think about the Vision as well. Yeah, as well. Will the Vision going to let them do it alone? I don't know about that.
They're not. They're not. Like I said, it's not even the interference side of things to talk about. I think it's going to be maybe something, I don't know, a 5-minute thing. Like I said, almost like a trailer for a movie. This is going to be their version of the Doomsday trailer. This is what we're getting. It's going to be WWE's version of the Doomsday trailer. It's going to give us a taste of what's to come. And I think probably next year we'll get a proper match. Like I said, for me, I think Oba and Braun should both win the titles at Mania. And then obviously they'll more than likely be on a collision course for probably SummerSlam next year.
Potentially. I think I could see this match being quite short and explosive. And as you said, there's like a trailer for it. So
it's going to be a trailer.
You're watching it, you're wanting more afterwards from it.
What was that, sorry?
So, Paul Heyman as well. It'll be interesting to see or if he plays a part in this match as well, or what he does, or how he gets involved.
Yeah.
No, Paul Heyman could be a factor in it.
I saw something online.
At the end, anyways.
I saw something online saying Paul Heyman to turn on Braun. It was just like a suggestion they're throwing out there. Paul Heyman to turn on Braun, and we're going to see a heel Oba. I don't think that's a good idea at this stage. I think
someone said that as well.
Oba as a face,
he's too over.
Yeah, as a face, he's too hot at the moment. He's too over. And then we're talking about maybe Cody turning heel at some point in the next year. Reigns is currently a heel, so that's other than Punk, bigger stars.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna know. I think Obi you keep as a face, at least for the short term. Yeah, at least for the short term. See where we are in a year's time. But for now,
see where you are, because I think Oba
too hot.
I think Oba Femi as a heel can definitely work, and I'm sure he has been heel before, but whilst he's big as a face now, you can't turn him heel. I think that literally cuts his momentum clean.
Yeah, I think it will. And speaking of Oba, you're saying obviously he could do the heel role as well. I was going to say this guy can do everything, including promos. I don't know if you saw the promo. Well, obviously you would have seen.
Surprised me. Oh, when he did the impression of Braun Breaker as well.
Yeah, I was on the floor. It was even Braun. Braun was like
it came out of nowhere.
Life, not to break character. That was brilliant. That was wicked.
It's when you hear him in that Nigerian accent or whatever, and then all of a sudden he's fucking Braun Breaker. It's like, what the hell? Oh, that lot. He can even do impressions. It's like this guy.
That's what I say. This guy, he can do everything.
He can literally do anything.
He can do everything. This is going to be the start, fingers crossed, of a brilliant, historic rivalry, I believe.
I think it could be definitely planting the seeds there. Looking forward to that match as well. We did get we've got a few really good matches on Raw. The Lucha tournament carried on again. So Rey Fenix and Dragon Lee going through. They'll face each other next week on Raw. It's a nice way to highlight the Luchas from AAA.
What a match, by the way.
What a match. And speaking of which, we also got another Lucha in the ring. Probably the most famous luchador of all time, Rey Mysterio, up against Chad Gable in his first defense of the IC title. And this match, as expected, Chad Gable retained, and it was a great match as expected, but still, man, this match was crisp, and they worked brilliant with each other, these two.
It reminded me of the old Ray Kurt Angle matches. It was just almost like carbon copies.
Literally.
The difference is obviously...
Well, Chad is like similar style.
Very similar.
Pretty much like...
But Ray was still doing the same things he was doing back then against Kurt 20 years ago.
It's mad, isn't it?
So it's like 51, it's insane. And I know we talk about, and I've done it, we talk about the best in-ring performers of all time. Ray, for some reason, gets almost forgotten about, but he shouldn't.
Well, I think it's the style he's got is very, not niche, but it's because that luchador style, and obviously that's never been top of the WWE
that's it.
main event card.
That's possibly it. But we got to
he's
give
brilliant.
this guy's flowers while he's here. This
How's he
is
still doing it?
All-time great. 51 years old, moving like that. Jeez.
Even the crowd was chanting, "You still got it," and I'm like, this guy's still wrestling, but because he's 51, he's still pulling out springboard moonsaults.
I'm saying he's 51.
619, he's doing with he still.
He's barely slowed down. Of course, he's not quite as quick as he was 20 years ago.
He still moves around like smoothly as well, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Invasive.
He's gone from maybe, in terms of speed and sharpness, he's gone from maybe 10 out of 10 to 9 out of 10. That's the drop off. That's the drop off. Like, he's still quicker and sharper than most in-ring performers. Agility-wise, his mobility is the mobility. You got the mobility of someone in their 30s. Like, it's insane.
Keeping in mind, this is a guy who's had a few surgeries on his knees as well.
That's what I'm saying.
He's had more than one surgery on his knees.
Highly enough of Rey Mysterio, and he's given us another classic. For me, this is going to go down as one of the great matches in Raw history. I thought it was brilliant. The crowd, shall I tell you why it was brilliant? The crowd at first was pretty quiet. They were pretty flat, but they managed to get the crowd, grab the crowd, and by the end of the match, the crowd were buzzing. That's how you know that was a great match. Big up to them.
There was no doubt about it. They had to get up for that match. When you got two performers like that in the ring, the crowd can't stay quiet throughout, man. And some of the near falls as well, some of the moves, reversals in there.
Listen, everyone that listens to this podcast, and obviously you, the brothers, so you know how highly I've always thought of Chad Gable. And I'm glad Chad Gable's getting this platform now to show what he can really do and getting the hype behind him and getting this push. But today, today is, for me, it's about Rey. Rey is incredible, as wicked as Chad Gable is. And I think he's probably pound for pound the best wrestler on the roster. But Rey Mysterio, jeez, like, big him up. Big up Rey.
He shows age is just a number in a lot of ways, man. Like, like wrestlers like him and, your CM Punk's in there as well and all them, like AJ Styles, even up till he retired. Like, all them guys still pulling off all these moves and, having these long matches still.
That's a good example. And again, I don't mean no disrespect to CM Punk, but you could see CM Punk is a very different wrestler in terms of his speed and mobility to where he was 15 years ago.
But he's worked around it.
And he's found a new style. So, big up to him for that, because that shows his IQ, his versatility and his IQ. But what's incredible about Rey is that he's not really changed from where he was 15, 20, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He's still got that same style.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, CM Punk's changed, and you also, like I said, you've got to give credit for that, because that shows ring IQ. But listen, big up to Rey Mysterio. Like, the guy's a wrestling genius.
Big up Rey, man. Big up Rey. Speaking of we're talking about champions there and Chad Gable. We'll talk about Liv Morgan, who looks like she might be defending a women's title again at some point. Again, we'll see. Just goes back to the Chelsea Green thing, but we'll get into that another time. But in terms of Stephanie Fekir, Becky Lynch, obviously they're both going for the title, but really, who should be the one to take that title off Liv Morgan?
Stephanie.
I think Stephanie out of the two.
I think Stephanie,
I'd say so, yeah.
I think Stephanie, I don't think Becky needs it. I think
she doesn't need it.
I think it's
she had a lot of reigns with the IC title as well.
Yeah,
she made it. She elevated it, but
she did. I think I think if Stephanie was to beat Becky in a number one contenders match and then go in and beat Liv, I think you can then start pushing her to the moon.
Definitely, yeah.
Her English is getting better, so the promos are getting better.
The promos are. I think she's quite underrated with the promos in some ways.
Like, she's definitely got the look in every way you can think of. Like, in terms of
she's got aura.
She's got aura. She's beautiful, and that does help in the women's division.
Marketing.
When you're trying to get marketing, it does help. She's got everything, and I think if she beats Becky and then goes on to beat Liv Morgan, I think you can then push her to the moon. So I think it has to be Stephanie.
Yeah.
If either of them win it, it could be that Liv keeps it. It could be that Liv keeps it, and I wouldn't be overly against that either, to be honest. But you just got to book her better than you have been.
Yeah, I think you can argue as well. Stephanie Fakir and Liv Morgan could have rematch at the Mania coming up, but you actually give them a good amount of time as well. You give them a length in that match, and they can have a banger.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't think it will happen. I don't think it will happen, but definitely they do deserve a match with each other where they get a good amount of time as well. Because I was really looking forward to that Mania match, and with the length, whether that's down to injuries or the bloody promo and adverts at Mania, that match I was looking forward to at Mania, but hopefully we get a long, great match between them at some point down the line.
But look what happened when we just had Io Sky Liv Morgan at SummerSlam. Brilliant match.
Oh, that was banging, yeah.
Brilliant match. And I'm not saying Stephanie is
on
the level of an Io Sky yet, but Stephanie is a very good wrestler. Her and Liv, I think, could have a great match if given the platform and the time.
Just have to let them cook, man. Just have to let them cook, especially with Liv as well. Give her matches, give her title defenses.
100%.
Give her title defenses, man. She needs them. She can perform in the ring.
Yeah.
We have to go into this one now, bro, to finish up. But this main event segment here, and I was looking forward to see what happens with it because I was seeing bits of spoilers nearly coming up, and I was thinking, "Oh, what's happened here?" I'm glad I didn't see any spoilers. This is a big. If it's not babyface before, this is a big babyface turn, and I think, as you mentioned as well, Roman Reigns is basically a heel. I think this probably somewhat solidifies him and the Bloodline as heels again, but this segment with Solo Sikoa, where he gets beaten down and Jey Uso's brought him to Bloodline. LA Knight comes out to help him, but he gets taken out. The way Solo turned and swerved on Roman Reigns and hit him with the Simone Spike, that was wicked, man.
The pop was insane. But look,
that pop was mad.
Look, I'm going to pat myself on the back here for a couple of reasons. And you know what? I never used to pat myself on the back, but if you don't pat yourself on the back, no one's doing it for you.
Well, what you want praise for now?
Couple things.
Oh, I
always say that I don't really see Reigns as a face. For me, he's the same egotistical, narcissistic guy that he's always been. That's
something we'll probably have to discuss at some point in one of these episodes as well.
Yeah,
about his character evolution and stuff. Yeah,
that's a different topic because
that's the topic.
We'll do a special on that actually, on Roman Reigns and the Bloodline in general. But I always say, for me, he's no different to where he was 5 years ago. The only difference was he didn't have the Bloodline around him to bully and manipulate. He's got that now, and he's doing that with Jacob. Obviously,
Jacob, he's not
now because they've been through it, but he's doing it now to Jacob. And he was going to do it to Solo. Look how he's treating Solo. And he said, you should be on your
in the ring there.
So he's always been the same guy. And the other thing I always said is Solo should be a face. He's got the charisma. He's funny. I always said the fans will get behind him because he's likable. And I'm glad.
Even the charisma is shown during the segment at the end when he's beating them down. And
that's
even
he's
in there.
Brilliant face. And the WWE's now got a brilliant face on their hands. Again, like I said with Stephanie, push this guy to the moon. In the ring, he's decent as well. He's not, I won't say he's outstanding. He's not, in the top tier. Although the roster is deep these days, but he's not in the top tier.
That's
he's
the thing,
on that sort of rung on the ladder, just underneath that.
But I'll tell you how deep it is. It's that deep in no sense where he's not had a match at WrestleMania still. Which I think looking at it now, he has to have it next year.
Oh, he has
to get him on the card somehow.
And I think I'm saying they've got to get him away from the Bloodline. I think that's going to rumble on, unless Roman Reigns was to maybe exile him. I think that's maybe a good way to maybe get him away, rather than it continue. Maybe exile him, and then he can go off and do his own thing.
I think the way Solo did that, though, I think that's him saying he's not part of it now. Though
I'm done. Yeah, but I'm thinking that Reigns and the Bloodline's going to want to get their get back. And
they are, he's not going to break away from them in a rivalry this soon. And
that's what I think. So he's still going to be stuck in that Bloodline storyline. But look, I think keep him away. Don't put him back in the bloodline. Keep him as the face.
Yeah.
Push this guy to the moon. You'll make money from this guy. He's so likable. He can relate to adults. He can relate to kids. He'll relate to women. I think this guy could. Yeah, I've got big hopes for Solo.
I got big hopes for him as well.
Kids, men, women will all like this guy for different reasons. Which means
he wasn't even like this in NXT as well. He wasn't even like this in NXT, but you see,
he's come out of his shell.
Yeah, I think he's always had that in him, and the Usos probably know it as well, and they're probably even happy that he's shown his full personality now.
Yeah.
So yeah, the interesting thing, you say the Usos are getting treated better. I think even Jacob Fatu's getting. I don't think he's getting treated that bad, but the interesting thing is, LA Knight and Solo took all three of them out, and Jacob Fatu stood there. But I think that's because Reigns told him.
He told him, yeah.
When the Bloodline's on top, he told Jacob not to get involved. Yeah,
you said you can handle it. You handle it, yeah. Jacob tried to get involved. Reigns reprimanded him. Jacob's like, yeah, you know what? I was going to say, I'm going to chill. You told me, you can handle it. So Jacob almost looked at Solo almost like with envy, like, rah.
I was literally going to say in it, like, he wish he could have done that.
Yeah, like,
or should he have done that?
Yeah, and then he also looked at Reigns like, you're not all that, are you? Like, oh yeah, you just like it's almost like he lost his aura to Jacob at that point when he got dropped by Solo and then obviously dropped by LA Knight. It's like Jacob looking and thinking, I could have you actually. So listen, there'd be a huge fallout.
He did beat him down a couple of times, keeping in mind. Yeah,
he did. Yeah, he did. To be fair,
and they're feuding.
But obviously, Jacob's just sort of.
But then Reigns beat him by himself.
Well, it is with Jacob, and I can get it. He's stuck to his word. He's a man of his word. So if I lose, then I'm in the bloodline. I'm with the family. So he obviously doesn't want to be there, but he's a man sticking to his word. So I can also get with that as well. I can get with that, but sooner rather than later, Jacob's just going to wild out on it.
Wow, yeah, I can see that. You can't contain someone like that and have him stuck in a group like that. As I said, he is an animal. He's wild. You know what I mean? And I think partly why he's doing that with Reigns is because I think even the way the GMs were talking as well, like Adam Pearce, he's saying he could have Jacob Fatu fired just because the way he's gone on, and Reigns like, nah, I'm keeping him here. So maybe there's that bit of loyalty there, or he's showing a bit of gratefulness. Yeah,
that's a good shout. Yeah, that's a really good point. But I'm
interested to see how this plays out. I wonder if Reigns will say anything to Jacob for not getting involved, or the Usos say, "Why didn't you get involved?" And Reigns might say, "Well, I told him not to."
Yeah, I don't think that helps. Well, the way Jay and Jimmy, especially Jay, tries to handle Jacob. Jacob doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
It also doesn't help. It's one thing him answering to Roman Reigns, but it's another thing Jay talking to him like a piece of crap. Like, he's not having that. I don't blame him.
Yeah, well, this is where it creates conflict and tension, which we all like to see, and I'm interested to see how it develops going forward. It looks like LA Knight will end up, as long as Reigns retains the title against the winner of the Luchador tournament, it looks like it will be LA Knight and Roman Reigns if he retains. Looks like that could happen at Money in the Bank. And I think it could also lead to a Survivor Series War Games match. But we won't look too far ahead, but I think that's where it could end up going that direction. So
I agree with that.
But I'm interested to see, and I'm glad I've seen this. I'm glad they've done this segment now because it makes me look forward to think what's going to happen next on Raw. And we always want that cliffhanger of what's going to happen in the next episode because this happened now. So now I'm excited now for Raw.
The next one. Yeah, 100%. Even SmackDown.
So,
last couple SmackDowns are sort of watching and think, actually, this is better. The product is better.
Yeah.
So it's been a not very good year, but recently the product has improved. But
the product has improved since
that's only last few weeks. So let's see where we are by the end of the year.
see how it continues, for the next couple months. But on that note, guys, we'll finish it off there. Check us out for our next episode. We'll be reviewing SmackDown, and we'll be previewing again, building up towards Sunday night's main event. And that still feels weird to say.
Yeah.
In the meantime, guys, check us out on YouTube, subscribe, comment, let us know your thoughts. In the meantime, though, we'll see you next episode. Have a good night.
Take care, everyone. Big up.
Thank you for watching the Brothers of Destruction podcast. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and look out for our question of the week.